We're live.
We are live. Yay.
28 minutes for 28 days.
No, we already got a viewer too.
24.
Look at that. Fast tonight.
Now we're over on Instagram as well. We're here in Lynchburg, Virginia at Fur Haven Farm.
That's right.
Eating pizza.
Hanging out with Avery and Tabitha.
And Marie.
And Marie.
This is Marie.
Hello, Marie.
Hi, Marie. Say hi to everybody, Marie.
Marie is a very pretty kitty.
Yes, Marie is very happy.
She is very glad that we are here.
All right. There you go.
She enjoys our company. So.
She jumped up just like right for the video.
She did. Now she went away. So we flew on a plane today. That was fun.
We did. We started off today in Fayetteville, Northwest Arkansas.
Where we were last night.
Headed over to the airport super early this morning.
I'm about ready to go to bed.
Yeah, we're like pretty tired.
Dean took a nap.
I did take a 20-minute nap. We flew here, so we flew to Atlanta, and then we flew to Charlottesville, and then we made it. Tabitha and Colby picked us up from the airport.
Specify for your mom that our plane did not fill with
smoke. Did not have to evacuate. Yes,
we did not have to make any slide evacuations.
Apparently, there was some. I guess there was. They didn't ever find a real fire or anything, but some plane had haze or smoke or something, and so they had to deplane via the slide.
So today, while we were landing in Charlottesville, Dean is watching one of his favorite TV shows on his phone. It's called Travelers.
Yeah.
And it's all about time traveling. And one of the missions is called Bishop. And one of the travelers is supposed to save a congressman.
On a flight that's going to crash.
That's going to crash.
And I'm watching this, as we're on the plane. And we're actually watching the plane crash part as we were landing.
Yep. Really did
just, great looking things. Over there, like, what are you watching?
Really great things for my anxiety. Hi, Jas. Hey, Jasper. No, we were not in Atlanta when all that went down.
I was completely, I don't know, maybe we were in it. I didn't look to see what time it happened, but we were
saying, actually, while we were in walking around Atlanta, that it was really quiet.
Yeah.
Seemed a little smoky?
No.
It was just like there wasn't.
It was the least busy I'd seen the Atlanta airport in a long time.
Wasn't a lot going on. So yeah, that's what happened there.
Yeah, we went to it. I would say we were. I was unaware of the whole plane smoke thing until
we got here.
Yeah.
After we left, we weren't there for very long. We were there for maybe like 35, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So
we didn't have to walk too far.
Oh, I didn't say it was quiet. I just said it was less busy than usual.
Yeah.
I did not actually say the quiet word in the airport.
Yeah.
I have been around enough doctors to know that we do not say that word.
Especially not on the labor and delivery.
Ever. or ICU.
You might actually get killed on the labor and delivery for using that word.
We don't do that.
They're like, they can find a new resident.
It's true. So we are hanging out here. We Tabitha and Colby picked us up from the airport, and we went to eat at. You took a picture.
Guajillos.
I have no idea.
I don't remember.
Dean took a picture. It's a Miami Cuban restaurant, and it was delicious. I had huevos rancheros.
Guajiros.
Miami
Eatery.
Yes.
It was a great meal, and then we went
to pick Avery up from school, where she got to play on the mulch playground, which made her very happy.
Yes.
What letter did you learn about today? Any letter. I don't care. Name one. A. She says she learned about the letter A today. I think it's the letter N.
Yeah.
It's okay. I know. I was here when you learned about the letter A.
Yes.
Too.
In the fall.
Yeah. And then we came and changed clothes, and then we went out to
what's the name of the farm?
Selah Acres.
Oh, yeah.
Selah Acres, which is an alpaca farm in Evington, Virginia. And we got to bring home a new member of the Fur Haven Farm family. Dean.
I'm working on it.
He's very slow over there, guys.
So here's some videos of the newest member of the Fur Haven Farm family. This is Aurelia.
What was the other one's name? What's the boy's name? Oh, Caspian.
Aurelia got to. This is Katie's favorite picture.
This is my favorite picture.
Aurelia got to ride in the back of the truck.
With
Oriana.
Sorry.
Not Aurelia. Sorry. Oriana rode in the back of the truck. There's our Domino's order. Let's see. She laid down on the back of the truck. This is her coming home. Maybe the video will load. There it goes. She's being led back to her new house with her new friends.
New barn. Yep.
And
there's her stall where she'll hang out tonight and maybe a couple of more days.
Yeah, at least tonight. Yeah.
At least tonight. And then maybe she'll get to be introduced to the girls out in the barnyard tomorrow. So match the rest of the herd. So we got to do that today, and we met Jill and Tim, right?
Yes.
And they were lovely. We enjoyed that a lot.
Met a couple of barn kitties, and
they were all over the rafters in that barn.
They were. I saw.
They were super fun.
When we were leaving, that one was like way up on the outside.
And okay, so today I added in a new color on my skirt. So you can see that. And I did all of that while I was on the plane. Until the last, I don't know, 50 stitches or so. I've been sitting here. So, yay! I'm happy with it. Jasper is like super obsessed with Oriana.
Alpacas, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oriana is super pretty. They think she might be a true black, which is gonna be really awesome. We're very excited.
Yep.
And so yeah.
Yeah, if you want, I can talk about some.
I did not bring my bag over here.
Some star things.
I guess I brought a bag, but
you don't have a yarn bag. I don't
have like it doesn't have a lot in it. It's already stuff I talked about too.
All right.
So your turn.
We're gonna do
Dean's turn.
I actually saved some pictures from my astrophotography, so we're gonna show what's going on here. And then when I do this, will you make the screen bigger, Katie?
I will do that.
Let's see. Share that. All right. How's it look?
Pretty good.
Okay. So this is PixInsight, the program that I use to edit my astrophotography pictures.
Just gonna take your picture out of it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't need my picture on there. So the first thing we start off with, this is the Pac-Man Nebula. So we start off with this picture here, which you can barely see some stars in. Can't see much. This is how it comes out of the program I use to stack take a bunch of 5-minute exposures, stack them all together. That's what it looks like. Not very impressive. The next thing we do is to see what the computer thinks that it could look like, which, also not super exciting. So we don't have a lot of stuff going on, but you can see that it's Pac-Man Nebula. You can only see the outline, but it's all weird and green. The next thing we do is to fix the color. So this gives us our baseline color here. So this is a nice red color. Get some, the background's supposed to be black. We fix that. We still got to see all this red. This is the nebula. So this is all the dust and gas that's being ionized and burned up basically by all these hot stars in here. The dark stuff you see is just dust that is not being burned up. It's blocking out the light. the next thing we do is to make it a little clearer so that you might not see a whole lot of difference in these two, but actually make the stars a little bit smaller and sharpen up a lot of this nebula stuff here. Then the kind of the crucial stage is to take the stars out completely. So we take the stars out, so now you see the stars just like you would see in that first picture, except for I separated them from the nebula. So all this, there's no stars in this at all. Then we take and, oops, then we click the wrong button. All right. Stop it. I am not actually doing anything with you. Why are you up there? I don't understand why. It's not responding. Great. Love that. It just closed its whole.
Try again.
Closed its whole self.
Ooh, my sweater.
Yeah, whole program just closed itself. Love that.
So, you all got your email today, which featured all the things that we did in Mississippi last week, and then Tabitha's over there trying to join in, and she got her phone volume up. So, I'm gonna get some feedback for a second there. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the email came out today. If you're interested and you're not already signed up for our emails, please make sure you sign up on our website, yarnadventuretruck.com. And we send out an email once a week on Mondays, and we talk about where we've been, where we're going, and what's new on the truck. And this week we featured crochet hooks. So we just added a whole lineup of Knit Pro Waves 2.0 crochet hooks. In all the sizes 2mm through 12mm, I think.
Yep.
And Jasper says he saw the time lapse of the braiding and twisting. Nice. That was a really fun video to make. We did a lot of braiding and twisting, so there was a whole bunch of that going on, and Q should have most of that up on the website now.
Yeah,
I believe.
So. Yeah.
So. Can you add a Star Trek spaceship? Asked Jas.
Can I do what now?
Add a Star Trek spaceship.
Oh, I mean, I could, yes.
Jas, we may have to do that just for you at some point. Dean can totally make that happen.
All right, I think I'm getting this back up here now, so very shortly. We will start with where we were and go from there.
Yep. So I knit on my Skeeter skirt again today, and did I give you your socks, Tabitha? I made Tabitha socks, and I think I have a present maybe in this bag for Avery. Let me see if it's this bag or a different bag. So the last time we were here, Avery picked out some needle toppers, and I promised her a keychain. So once I get Dean talking again, I will go get that keychain.
All right, I'm sharing my screen right now.
Okay, I'm gonna put him back up on the screen. There you go. Maybe.
Sure.
Maybe.
All right.
There you go.
So, we got to the point where I had taken the stars away from the nebula, and then I started working on the nebula to sharpen it and take away some of the noise. So noise is just when you have, every little pixel on here. This is 3008 pixels by 3008 pixels. And so every little pixel on here is, it shows the intensity, but it also shows if there's anything at all. Well, in the background, you don't want anything at all to show up. In the nebula, you want it to be, more intense. And then, colors, you want it to be, is it a red pixel? Is it a blue pixel? Is it somewhere in between? All that stuff we are starting to kind of tease out a little bit. So what I do is I actually, when I get it to this point, I will break it into red, green, and blue. And where I get kind of more what is coming from the H alpha channel, which is what we would call the hydrogen alpha, and that just means that all of the things that you can see in this are coming from hydrogen being vaporized, and all the things in this one is oxygen, or the O3 channel. And so you can see that the oxygen is not as bright. Most of what you're seeing is from hydrogen, which makes sense because hydrogen by far the most common element in the universe. So all these nebulas, the very most common thing is hydrogen. So that's split off. It's in black and white, and then once we get to that point, then I can start editing each individual one of those. So I will make the background be super black, try to bring out more of the light that you can see in the H alpha and the O3 channels, bring those out, and then actually combine them back together. And so you can compare this to the picture we had before. This one is all red, basically, because it's all that hydrogen alpha. Well, this actually, I took both of those two together and edited them separately and added them back together to bring out more of that lighter color so we can get a good mix of colors. The next stage after that is to tease out all the colors. So this is something I learned new, and I actually used a little bit of Photoshop during this process. I take this picture over into Photoshop, bring it back here, work on it, take it over there, work on it. And I actually got some really, really good colors that I had not had before. And so there is kind of the final starless picture that I had. Then I take the stars and we actually take, the star picture that we had way back here that was somewhere in there, where you couldn't see any. There was like 4 or 5 stars that you could see. You stretch that and bring out all the pictures, turn up all the colors so you get some, you see all of the orange stars as orange, the red stars as red, and the blue stars as blue. Then you put them both together and you get the stars back with us.
Can you make that picture big?
I sure can. I can try. Really hard to try. Yep.
Ooh.
So there.
So this print is currently on the Stellar Spectrum website, the stellarspectrum.com, and this is Pac-Man Nebula.
Pac-Man Nebula. So, and if you zoom way in, so you can see these stars right here start to get really pixelated if you zoom super far in. But these stars right here are the ones that are actually vaporizing all of these things to create all of this light that you see here. All the structures you can see are dust, and all the light is coming from the stars here in the middle, vaporizing all of this material that's out here.
How far away is this one, Dean?
I'm not sure. Let me check.
That was fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I will show off. That only took 10 minutes, dear.
9,459 light years. About 9,400 light years. It's kind of hard to tell exactly, but not too far in cosmic distance, really.
Not far. All right. So this is what I was talking about. It's a keychain, and it's for Avery, and it's in the
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Anodized rainbow or whatever finish. And so basically you unscrew
more fun
one end, or yeah, you want to tell them how you do this? So, how you make all these cool colors on this metal?
Certain metals, including niobium, is probably what that's made out of, yeah. Or at least the surface of it. You actually heat it, and it reacts with the air, oxygen in the air, and as it does that, depending on how hot it is in different areas, it actually oxidizes differently. And so anodizing is what you call that, and that is you get different colors. So every place where it's teal, it got to basically one temperature and had a different reaction rate than all the places that are gold or purple. A lot of fun.
Avery picked out like 6 or 7 needle toppers last time we were here, and so I promised her a keychain that she could put them on. So you basically put them on here and then screw this back together.
Have your little collection.
And then you have a little collection that she can hang on her backpack, which I think she's really going to like. So pretty nifty little thing. I have a few of these. Whatever Avery doesn't keep, will go on the truck this weekend. If you've been watching for a few days, then you know that I finished Tabitha's socks the other day. This yarn is from The Clay Pearl in Nashville, Indiana. And we bought this on a trip to Brown County in 2016.
Yeah, we were still living in
Muncie. Yeah. So I bought it on a trip when I still owned the yarn shop, Muncie. So I cranked these out on my circular sock machine from Dean and Bean. And these are the 72 stitch circular cylinder. And then I did afterthought toes, heels, and cuffs. And so I started these in February of 23. And they sat and they sat and they sat and they sat. I did a couple of heel. I did a couple of toes, and then I did the cuffs, and then I did a heel. And like a year ago, I set them aside and I didn't touch them until last week. And then I put the other heel in.
And you were like, why didn't I finish these?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Why didn't I finish this? So now they're done. And I'll hand them to Tabitha here in a minute, and she can wear them to work. So there you go. The other thing we have is for Avery, and it's a Austin Zoo sweatshirt. So she'll get that later. We went to the Austin Zoo.
That was the cool, like, it was a small zoo, but it was like it was almost more like a animal sanctuary than a zoo.
It was really neat. Some of the tigers, and they had a whole enclosure that featured capybaras.
Yeah.
And that was really neat. And then a couple of bears, and it was all rescue animals, which was really, really cool. So we enjoyed that a lot when we went. Did we go in December, or did we go in?
Yeah, we went in. No, we went in January because we did it the day that we went and got the truck.
The day before the truck. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, that's when we did that. So in January, and yeah, so that zoo, it's on the map, and there's signs pointing to it, but you like drive through a residential neighborhood, and then you go like into the woods of like.
It looked like you were going.
It's in the middle of Austin, but like or in the middle of like Austin suburbs,
like
but it's like really weird. I was like, "Is it we really go to the zoo?" And so yes, the capybaras are definitely in the top animals that we like. Jasper apparently is a big
capybara fan.
Which I totally
it did seem like we were just headed out into the woods.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, there's the zoo, you know?
So I'm still working on my skirt. I'm going to keep working on that. I actually didn't bring very much to work on while I was here, but I did. Oh yeah, I did grab this. So we were talking about alpacas and true blacks. This is actually yarn spun from fiber from here at Fairhaven Farm. So this is Carbon. Carbon passed away a little while ago, but his fleece was hanging out, and we were waiting to do something with it. And so I spun this up this fall, and I'm going to make a special project for Tabitha and Colby out of it in his memory. And he's probably one of my favorite alpacas.
Yeah.
He was definitely one of my favorites. We have his very favorite buddy, Cinnamon. We have some of their fluff on the truck right now. So if you're wanting some alpaca fluff, we got that.
Yep.
So
we probably have 8 or 10 ounces left, maybe.
Yeah, we do. And Selah Acres was great. They have some fantastic fleeces if you're looking to process your own, or you're interested in getting into the herd animals. They had several for sale. They also had, if you were interested in seeing those animals, they had years past fleeces, so you could see what those fleeces look like. And what I saw was fantastic. The fiber quality was great. So
I did want to do a quick Eureka Fiber in the Ozarks update.
Yay!
We've had some people kind of moving around classes, switching some classes, canceling. There's some movement, so even the classes that have been sold out, there's been a couple people moving on and off the list. So we do have wait lists for all the classes if they fill up. So Every year we have some movement on the wait list for classes.
And if you have been on a wait list, be on the lookout because we'll be sending you emails. Basically what happens is we try to guarantee that our teachers will be paid fairly. And that means that on March 1st, we guarantee payment of however many students those teachers have in their class on that day.
So we don't do refunds.
So after that date, we don't do refunds. But we can definitely work with you, and we will continue to accept class registrations after March 1st. Mm-hmm. So right up until class time.
Yep.
So you can, I just want to make sure you understand that that's something that we feel very passionately about, that our teachers should be paid for their time and materials. And I think that that's a part of our industry that is hard to police.
A lot of these students, or a lot of these teachers too, you know, they make kits for these classes, and, you know, 10 to 14 days out, they're making these kits and preparing the things that they need for the classes. And so that costs them money.
Yes.
And so, that's why we kind of make it, you know, 12 to 13 days beforehand.
Yeah, we want to give them the best shot at being able to be there, number one.
Yeah.
And number two, having a successful class that they can repeat with other in the future. So,
and of course, heaven forbid, if the festival somehow gets, you know, ice stormed out or something, then of course everybody would get a refund.
We'll do full refunds, but
we're gonna not have that happen for sure.
But we are having a grand time, making sure everyone gets in their classes, and we've had a really nice time seeing all those things.
Starting to get a lot of the stuff delivered.
Yes.
For the festival. So.
Yep, bunch of stuff got delivered today to one of our board members, and so we are making progress.
We'll even have a little PA system, a little microphone system
this
for
year.
The Friday night event, so that'll be nice.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And so anyway, tomorrow we are doing quite a bit of driving around.
Yeah.
I have a doctor's appointment, and so I'm gonna go do that. And
I don't know what we're gonna talk about tomorrow. We're going to find some things.
We'll find something.
Tomorrow's going to be like what's in this bag, or what kind of yarn is going on day.
So we'll do something fun. We might dig into Tabitha's stash. She's got some in her stash. So yeah, and we have been really enjoying 28 minutes for 28 days. So thank you so much for joining us and being a part of our little community here. We appreciate you. And at that, we're going to say happy crafting and sign off for the night.
Happy crafting.